All right, let's get started. So, monthly updates. What have I been up to? Let's start with the main thing, which is to cure aging. Now, how has that progressed? Now, beforehand, I was working with traditional molecular dynamics, and the core assumption there is that you assume that every atom is a ball, or well, you can make a lot of different assumptions, but the point is you don't model what's going on perfectly to save on some computation. And so it works nice. You can get a lot of valuable insight that way. Or in my mind, if you want enough insight into how to cure aging with an eventual model of a cell, you would need more accurate simulations. And so the first thing that I've done is I've pivoted to quantum simulation, which is, the idea there is you perfectly model the quantum mechanics. Now, you can do quantum simulations on a traditional computer, but it doesn't scale up very well. I believe we don't get very far. The complexity scales up exponentially, and so on traditional computers we have a little bit of a problem. However, on quantum computers, computational power of the computer ends up scaling at the same rate as the complexity of the thing you're trying to simulate. And so that's the first pivot I've done into quantum simulations. And so it's obviously a very new field, a lot of math to learn, a lot of things to learn. I'm following a lot of resources for that. I do believe that the best way to learn is to find a mentor, and so I'm in the process of finding somebody that I can shadow and potentially even work with and contribute to something with. Because the idea is that studying a textbook is fun and all, but I feel I can learn so much faster if I'm, actually working on a tangible product. Second thing is, as a part of quantum simulations, I do plan on starting, or I am in the process of starting, a podcast about simulations. And so the idea there is that simulations are just so powerful, and we need to find a way to take advantage of them. And so the podcast would be talking to different researchers about all the different insights that they can gain from simulations. Simulations of all kinds, fluid simulations, simulations of populations, just modeling in general, trying to emphasize how powerful it can be. Next up would be a math thing I'm starting. So I've traditionally found that the best way for me to learn math is to teach it. And so I'm trying to come up with some form of learning club where the structure encourages teaching and encourages good questions. And so I've gotten a group of maybe 15 to 20 students all together and working with me on this new structure. Oh, I think I'm gonna take a break. So yeah, as I was saying, normally with math you have, a teacher and a bunch of students, and the teacher teaches and the students learn. But I don't think that's the best model for learning math. Instead, I believe I've created a structure that encourages, first of all, deep diving into fundamental questions and not accepting an answer as a given. And so the structure that my courses will take is that before the course, before the lecture, everybody teaches themselves the material from a textbook, from videos, whatever. And so then at the point of the lecture, everybody comes together and one person is put in charge of explaining what's going on, explaining what they've learned. And the rest of the students, their job is to challenge that person's explanation, to poke holes in that person's explanation. And when a hole is successfully poked, it is the job of all the students to come up with the reasoning or the answer to that question. And what this format encourages is deep diving in an enjoyable way, right? Getting at the bottom of what's going on. It's like a mystery. And fundamentally, I do believe that this is a way to encourage or to have fun, to make math entertaining. And that's so valuable. And so this is a resource I would use myself, and I would encourage everybody I know to use if it works successfully. But we're still in preliminary trials, and so we'll see how those turn out. If they turn out great, then this could be something I'm very excited to work on. Next up, we have Edify and how that's going. So Edify is going amazing. Look at this. I can just walk around, beautiful view of everything, and just being surrounded by productive and ambitious people is awesome. I'm a big believer in the idea that you're the average of your 5 closest friends. And so being surrounded by all these awesome people is just amazing for both my productivity and my ambition. And so I'm looking for something similar during the summer, maybe even forming something similar during the summer, something with a group of maybe quantum simulation researchers, mathematicians. But yeah, we'll see how that goes with time. In any case, I think that's it for me. I can't think of anything I've missed. One last thing to mention is that I'm putting a big effort into getting connected with people in the Rust community, Rust programming community. I absolutely love the language, and so now I'm trying to find a chance to contribute to open source. I'm talking to a bunch of people in the organization, the official organization working on the language, as well as people working on crates. And yeah, I'm very happy working on Rust. It's an amazing language. In any case, that's my monthly update. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed this walk. And yeah, feel free to reach out to me if you've got, if anything I said resonates with you, feel free to reach out to me. All right, that's it.